Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Level Up Your English. I'm Emma, and today we're going to learn English with a story. The title of today's story is Fox and the Quiet Rabbit. This story is perfect for A1, A2 learners. It will help you improve your listening, understand simple English, and learn new words in a natural way. So relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the story. Let's begin. Near a quiet river in the forest, there was a small hill with soft green grass. Under the hill, there was a little rabbit house. It had a round door, 2 tiny windows, and a path made of small white stones. A rabbit lived there alone. At least, that was what everyone thought. Every morning, the rabbit came out of his house and sat near the river. He watched the water move over the stones. He listened to the birds in the trees. He ate clover and fresh grass. He never ran, never jumped, and never looked worried. All the animals in the forest knew him. They called him the Quiet Rabbit. He was not big. He was not strong. He was not fast like the other rabbits, but he was always calm. One warm afternoon, Mr. Fox was walking through the forest. He was hungry, very hungry. He had looked near the farm that morning, but the dogs were awake. He had looked near the chicken house, but the farmer was there. He had looked in the fields, but there was nothing easy to catch. Then he came to the river, and there, sitting alone in the grass, was the Quiet Rabbit. Fox stopped behind a tree and smiled. "Well," he whispered, "that is lucky." The rabbit was looking at the river, not at the forest. Fox licked his lips. A rabbit alone, and such a quiet one too. This will be easy. But Fox was careful. He did not want the rabbit to run, so he came out slowly from behind the tree and put on his kindest face. "Good afternoon," said Fox. The rabbit turned his head. "Good afternoon," he said quietly. Fox walked a little closer. "What a lovely place," he said. "The river, the grass, the flowers. You are very lucky." The rabbit looked at the water again. "Yes," he said, "it is peaceful here." Fox smiled. "Do you live here alone?" The rabbit was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "Why do you ask?" Fox gave a little laugh. "Oh, no reason. I just think the forest can be dangerous for a small rabbit." The rabbit nodded slowly. "Yes," he said, "it can." Fox sat down in the grass, but not too close. "I worry about you," he said. "A rabbit alone by the river. A fox, for example, could come very close." The rabbit turned and looked at him with calm eyes. "Yes," he said, "a fox could." Fox's smile became smaller. The rabbit did not look scared. He did not move. He did not run. Fox tried again. "You are very brave," said Fox. "No," said the rabbit, "just quiet." Fox looked at the little round house under the hill. Then he looked back at the rabbit. "I have an idea," he said. "Why don't you come with me? I know a better place in the forest. There are bigger plants, sweeter roots, and no danger at all." The rabbit said nothing. Fox kept smiling. "It is not far," he said. "You can trust me." The rabbit looked up at the sky, then at the river, then at Fox. Finally, he said, "No, thank you." Fox blinked. "No? No." Fox's tail moved slowly behind him. "Why not?" he asked. The rabbit picked up a small leaf and let it fall again. "Because you are hungry," he said. Fox laughed loudly. "Hungry? Me? No, no. I only want to help." The rabbit looked at him quietly. Fox stopped laughing. For a few seconds, there was no sound but the river. Then Fox stood up. "Well," he said, "maybe another day." He walked away slowly into the trees, but when he was far enough, he stopped. "This rabbit is strange," he thought, "but he is still only one rabbit." Fox looked back through the branches. The rabbit was still sitting by the river, quiet, calm, alone. Fox smiled again. "If I cannot trick him in the day," he thought, "I will catch him at night." That evening, the moon was bright above the forest. The river shone like silver. The wind moved softly through the grass. Fox came back very quietly. He walked low to the ground. He made no sound. His paws touched the earth like shadows. When he reached the hill, he saw the rabbit's little house. The round door was closed. Fox smiled. "Good," he thought. "Now he is inside." He walked closer, but then a voice said, "Good evening." Fox jumped. The quiet rabbit was sitting on a stone near the river. He was looking at Fox. Fox tried to smile again. "Oh," he said, "you are awake." "Yes," said the rabbit. Fox looked at the house, then back at the rabbit. "What are you doing out here so late?" he asked. The rabbit gave a small shrug. "Waiting." "For what?" "For you." Fox was silent. The rabbit's face stayed calm. Fox's heart beat faster, but he told himself not to be stupid. It is only a rabbit, he thought. So he sat down again, this time closer than before. "You knew I would come?" he asked. "Yes." "How?" The rabbit looked at the trees. "You walk very softly," he said, "but not softly enough." Fox narrowed his eyes. "I think you are trying to make me afraid." The rabbit tilted his head. "Is it working?" Fox showed his teeth a little. "No." But now he was angry. He did not like this small rabbit. He did not like his quiet voice. He did not like his calm eyes. And most of all, he did not like that the rabbit always seemed ready. Fox stood up slowly. "I am tired of games," he said. The rabbit did not move. Fox took one step forward, then another. The rabbit still did not run. Fox was now very close. "One last chance," said Fox. "Run, and I may let you go." The rabbit looked at him and said, "No, you won't." Fox growled. Then he jumped. But at that exact moment, the ground under his front paws moved. Fox cried out and fell sideways. The earth near the hill opened in small, dark holes. One hole, then two, then five, then many more, and from every hole a rabbit appeared. Small rabbits, big rabbits, young rabbits, fast rabbits, quiet rabbits. They came out all around Fox. Fox turned quickly. There were rabbits behind him, rabbits beside him, rabbits near the river, rabbits on the hill, rabbits everywhere. Fox's eyes opened wide. The quiet rabbit was still sitting on the stone, but now he was not alone, not even close. A rabbit with one torn ear stood near Fox's tail. Another rabbit stood on a stone above him. Two more came out from under the grass. Fox moved back. "What is this?" he said. The quiet rabbit stood up at last. "This," he said, "is my family." Fox looked around in shock. "How many are there?" The rabbit thought for a moment. 20 brothers, he said, "and me." Fox swallowed. All the rabbits were watching him, not moving, not speaking, just watching. The quiet rabbit walked one step closer. "You thought I lived here alone," he said. Fox looked at the small house, the hill, the holes in the ground. Now he understood. The small house was only the front. The real home was under the hill. Long tunnels, hidden rooms, secret paths. And all this time, rabbits had been under the ground watching everything, watching the river, watching the trees, watching Fox. Fox tried to laugh, but it sounded weak. "Well," he said, "this is a funny mistake." Nobody laughed. The quiet rabbit said, "You came in the day and tried to trick me." Fox stepped back. "You came at night and tried to catch me." Fox stepped back again. "You thought I was alone." Fox looked behind him. There were rabbits there too. Then the quiet rabbit gave a small smile. "That was your mistake." For one long second, Fox stood very still. Then he turned and ran. He ran past the river. He ran through the grass. He ran between the trees. He did not look back once. Behind him, the rabbits stayed near the hill and watched until he disappeared into the forest. Then, slowly, one by one, the rabbits began to go back into the holes under the hill. The river moved softly in the moonlight. The quiet rabbit was the last to return. Before he went inside, he looked once at the dark trees where Fox had gone. Then he smiled again and closed the little round door. After that night, Fox never came back to the river hill. And when animals in the forest said, "The quiet rabbit lives alone by the river," the older animals smiled and said, "Does he?" That was Fox and the Quiet Rabbit. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you didn't understand everything, don't worry. Watch the video again and you will understand more each time. Stories are one of the best ways to learn English naturally. If you want to improve your English faster, don't forget to subscribe to level up your English. And I'll see you in the next video.